This is the Great Legend, and I am coming at you live tonight, fans, with the WWE Roadblock 2016 review. That is right. Just got done watching Roadblock tonight on the WWE Network, and I'm going to give you my thoughts about the pay-per-view. And, we're going to go over some things about it. So, thanks for joining the Great Legend tonight. Watching and talking about Roadblock, end of the line. And I tell you what, it was the end of the line for several people in the WWE Tonight fans. I tell you, it was fun, a lot of fun to watch. And, at the end of the pay-per-view, I do always love to come online from the Great Legend Show at youtube.com/rdowdy95, where the Great Legend always comes at you live and talks tonight anyways about WWE and some of that pro wrestling that I like so much. We're going to go to the chat room real quick, and we're going to give a big shout out to Matt Murdock, the king of the Daredevil fans, man. This guy's really a lot of fun, a lot of cool. He comes and watches the show from time to time. And Matt Murdock, are you a wrestling fan? Let me know if you have any wrestling favorites. Are you watching wrestling currently, or do you have any old school favorites you like to listen to or watch on the telly, if you know what I'm saying? I also want to give some big kudos to the Great Legend Show. The subscribers, they keep pouring in. It is amazing. I tell you what, on the Great Legend Show, we are at 3,877 subscribers and over 1.4 million views from all around the world. And you're going to get the best in comics, the best in cooking, even though I haven't done it in a while, and the best in video games, pop culture, you name it. The Great Legend has it on his show. Oh, yeah, I tell you what. So we're going to go over some of these matches on this show. Now, this was a WWE Raw only pay-per-view. And it opened up with the kickoff show. And the kickoff show was pretty cool. You had Renee Young on there. She's a staple of the kickoff shows. You also had six-time WWE champion, five-time WCW. And that's Booker T. Going to be running for Houston City Mayor in 2019. And you had Sam Roberts from SiriusXM. He does an awesome wrestling show. Look up Sam Roberts here on YouTube if you want to see some videos. And we got news that Comically Flawed is up in the Chatterbox tonight, to quote my good friend LP, the father of Niobe. And he finally just got his Alex the Comic Hoarder 200 subs video up. Going to try to win that 200 subs. And Matt Murdock says he was a diehard wrestling fan from 98 to about 2005. He don't watch it on TV, but him and the boys still watch the PPVs on the network together. And the best part of why watching them PPVs, you get to find, you get to listen, you get to hear, you get to watch, you get to see that build-up that has happened on weeks prior on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live on Tuesday nights, man. You get to see all of that stuff culminate to the pay-per-view match. Usually if you tune in on the kickoff show, or not even the kickoff show, if you tune in and watch the show, as you will, you watch the PPV, you get a little storyline breakdown before the match begins. And when that action ends, you get a little recap. Speaking of recaps, I'm going to recap some of the stuff I see in the chat room tonight. Like I said, Matt Murdock, he is a legend within himself. He is a legend of them Daredevil comics. And Comically Flawed. Let me tell you about Comically Flawed. Oh, and let me give a big congrats, by the way, to Matt Murdock, who's sitting at 100 subs, looking fine and looking pretty. And then I want to give a little shout-out to Comically Flawed. That's all one word, COMICALLYFLAWED. Comically Flawed, coming at us live in the chat room with 64 subscribers. So if you're listening to this on a rewind or you just listening to it for shits and giggles, sub up Comically Flawed, sub up Matt Murdock. And if you ain't subbed up to this next guy, you best damn call somebody and sub him up. And I'm talking Rebel Comics and Gaming. That's Rebel Comics and Gaming. And comics is KOMIX. He's the man. He is the father of Niobe, one of the hottest new comic books in the industry. And I'm talking LP, Larry Higgins, father of Niobe, Rebel Comics and Gaming. Check him out, the man of 1,000 nicknames. And he's an awesome guy. And he's a huge wrestling fan. And he has a show on Monday night called Rebel Comics Presents. Rebel Comics 9.8 presents. And man, he presents everything from his own comic news, Niobe news, to other independent writers and artists from all over the world, and he gets them on his show, and he talks with them a little more about what they do, my friend. And Comically Flawed, thank you so much, man. The Rock says the great legend is the best YouTuber around the world because, like I said before, the Great Legend Show has now have 3,000 over 3,000 subs. You know, it's hard sometimes. Sometimes I don't even know what I have because they just keep pouring in. Again, fans, we are at an all-time record high of 3,877 subs. That's 23 away from 3,900, and then 100 more to the road to 4,000. Road to 4,000 is going on right now on the Great Legend Show. Over 1.4 million views from all around the world, from the millions and the millions of the Great Legends fans. But instead of talking so much about me, let's talk about the WWE, and in particular this PPV of WWE Roadblock, End of the Line for 2016. Like I said, the kickoff show was really cool. It had Sam Roberts, one of my favorite guys I like to listen to in the internet land, and also we had a pretty damn good kickoff show match. You know, on Raw we had a little storyline a couple weeks back where Lana invites Enzo Amore. Well, we got to see Enzo go to Lana's hotel room, and man, she was dressed really fine, just like the legend likes them. She was looking, as Booker T says, good. And it was all a plan for Rusev to come in there, catch Enzo off guard with his pants down and his drawers on. Keep in mind the drawers were on, Trilogy. Don't get happy just yet. He did have underwear on. That's a big shout out to my man Trilogy. And yeah, so Rusev beat the crap out of him. What can I say? I mean, smacked him, threw him up into the couch, broke him over a little coffee table, broke some other damn thing on his ass, and then just dragged. Oh, he hit him with a little flower vase, too. Classic flower vase. So he definitely was feeling it, like the legend is feeling these two thumbs down right now on my live show. You know, if you, you know, well, since we're talking about Enzo, you know, we got a couple of haters. So thanks for those thumbs down. But you know, the legend wouldn't be where he was today if he didn't get no hate or if he didn't get no thumbs down. One of the all-time greatest Gears of War players of all time, and I was at one point in my career on Gears of War 2, might I add. I was third place in the world in ranked Guardian matches. You just got to see it to believe it. I don't know if the stats are still up, but the legend used to play, and he played hard. Like Rusev and Big Cass were playing in the ring tonight. Let me tell you, so Big Cass had payback, but before Big Cass had payback against Rusev in the kickoff show, Enzo Amore does what he does best. Smash talker, Skywalker. He pulled the microphone out of a holster, fans. Who the hell does that? He was looking awesome. And like Comically Flawed in the chat says, people who give thumbs down are S-A-W-F-T. Soft? That's right. That's how the legend does it. Legend likes these WWE PPV reviews because I don't have to wear the beanie. My hair is totally fucked up. But we got a nice picture that I found on Google. That's how I try to keep it. And as you know, what we're going to do right now is we're going to add this video to my WWE PPV reviews. That way you can always check them on the rewind. And another big shout out to Nathan Banks. Nathan had an awesome video today where he went over his thoughts of who was going to win end of the line. And Nathan, if you stay inside, we'll find out who you picked to win that Rusev and Big Cass match. But let me tell you, I got bad news for you. Right when Big Cass got in the ring, man, I got big news for Rusev. They go into that collar and elbow tie-up. A lot of the wrestlers start out with that move. But the power, the 7-foot power of Big Cass overwhelmed the 6-foot Rusev. Pushed him back to the corner, and Big Cass tosses Rusev to the outside. He's going to be bringing the pain, and he's going to be bringing it hard. So what do we got? We got Big Cass bounces on Rusev's head on the top turnbuckle. Big Cass is landing some elbows in the corner. Big Cass is beating that ass. Rusev got some offense too, and he tries to connect for that big old super kick, that usually leads to the Accolade. I think that's the name of the move. I'm old school. I call it the camel clutch, and then us Scott Steiner fans will know it as the Steiner recliner. But yeah, I think it's the Accolade. But Enzo gets tied up with Lana outside the ring. Rusev comes up from behind, cheap shots Enzo in the back of the head, and has a bunch of crap going on. Big Cass takes chase. Big Cass runs outside the ring, and old Big Cass gets counted out. Now, I think this was some bullshit because I think the ref was counting fast. I mean, come on, really? Rusev winning by count out? Oh, that's a kickoff show match, fans. Usually just a big waste of time. Just something to get the fans riled up before the big show starts. And we're going to give that match a 1 star. Actually, I'll change it. I'm going to give it 2 stars because Enzo had some good trash talk on the mic. Next up, the official first match of the night. The New Day versus Sheamus and Cesaro, the Swiss Superman. And let me tell you, I don't remember how many days they held them titles, but New Day has been holding those titles longer than any tag team in the history of professional wrestling has held any kind of tag team titles. They beat out Demolition, Axe and Smash. Sometimes they had Crush on there as well. But yeah, man, they were on fire. And it goes back to having a 3-man tag team opposed to having a 2-man tag team. With the 3-man tag, you got those Bad Street USA. You got that fabulous Freebirds rules always in play. You never know what 2 are going to start the match, One of my favorite 3-man tags was Hall, Nash, and X-Pac, the original Wolfpack. Man, I love the pack because if you ain't running with the pack, you getting hunted by the pack. And some people found that out today. But that's a story for a different show. Yeah! Fuck yeah, LP. Fucking A, man. Yeah. So I'm not going to go over too much in these matches. I'm just going to be here to talk and give my thoughts about wrestling in general. You know, sometimes I'll go in depth and I'll use some notes that I have on the phone about every single little move and all that kind of nonsense. But let me tell you, I was thoroughly entertained by the New Day versus the Sheamus and Cesaro match. It was just a good match. I think that New Day is probably one of the most entertaining tag teams I've ever seen, on not only in the ring but also on the microphone. They all have their moves, their individual moves, but when you bring the New Day together, it truly is a new day, a new era, and man, they own up to their name. They're very entertaining and great folks. But being that they are WWE two-time champion, tag team champions, whatever, and they hold the record, there's not much more that they can do. And it looks to me that the New Day may have sailed their last like boat trip or something. I kind of had a brain fart, but anyway, it looks like New Day may have had their last bowl of Bootios. And I think comically flawed for giving me that one. But they have to give up the belts. It's like comically flawed in the chat room says, New Day is awesome and had a great run, but it was time for them to give up the belts, and glad to see Cesaro getting some love. Matt Burdock also says he don't watch often, but Cesaro always impresses the hell out of me. He has some beautiful uppercuts, man. Those European uppercuts, we'll call them Swiss uppercuts for this show. But, dude, they're a fire, man. They're on fire, man. Awesome. Sheamus, he's been there a pretty good while. He's an excellent performer in the ring, a good hated heel, you know. And he does what he does. He does it damn well, too. I really like Sheamus. And what else is pretty awesome is, let me just get it to you. Xavier was the one on the outside. He was the odd man out. He was on the outside causing trouble for Cesaro and Sheamus tonight. But in the end, Cesaro was going for a hot tag, and no, Sheamus went for the hot tag. But Cesaro never touched him. Cesaro just goes in the ring for his little 5 seconds of cheap. He lets Kofi pin him, and then all of a sudden, Sheamus realizes, oh shit, I know what's going on now. So Cesaro comes in the ring without getting the tag. Kofi thought Cesaro got the tag. So Sheamus blindsides Kofi off of Cesaro and gets a pin for 1, 2, 3, and booyah. We have some new Raw champions, tag team champions. Big shout out to my brother from Legends Live Auction. I try not to have an auction without this guy because I love him that much. And I'm talking who dat? Comics, collectibles, and gaming. Russell S. How are you doing tonight, brother? And I'm ready for January 7th for some more of those Sarop Super Savings. I love it. He says hello, everyone in the chat. Who dat? Thanks for joining us. We got 2 matches down. We've got a lot more to go. Rusev wins via count out by Big Cass. And then the official first match of the night, Cesaro and Sheamus pull an upset on New Day and win the tag titles. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with New Day. Will they stay together? I really sincerely hope they do, because in WWE there's really not a lot of room for singles competitors. So we'll see what happens. That match was so damn good, so damn entertaining. I'm giving it a 5. I've got to give it a 5. I know I don't do 5 stars a lot, but New Day, 3 excellent wrestlers. Cesaro and Sheamus, excellent wrestlers. They're awesome. Got to hook them up. Next match of the night was Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn He's from the underground. He's the underdog from the underground. He's a fellow Canadian, which means he must be friends with G-Pap and LP, because all Canadians are best friends, just like Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. But Sami Zayn had to survive 10 minutes with Braun Strowman. Why did Sami Zayn take this match? He took the match to prove to himself, to prove to WWE he has more to offer than just being some lackey. This man, Sami Zayn, can hang with the likes of Roman Reigns, with the likes of Seth Rollins. He can hang with the likes of Kevin Owens. We know this. They've wrestled all around the world. He can hang with Sparkle Crotch, 6-time world champ, 9-time intercontinental champ, the man of 1,004 holds, Chris Jericho. We know this. Yet, and so can Cesaro and Sheamus. And happy birthday, who dat says, to the other legend, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, Stone Cold E.T. But yeah, man, I tell you what, Sami Zayn, and I thought it was going to go down like this. I thought Sami Zayn was going to get the crap beaten out of him, and then they were going to have to carry him out on a stretcher, and he'd give a Mick Foley / Evel Knievel thumbs up. But that wasn't the case. Mick Foley comes down to ringside with the white towel. He's ready to throw in the towel. Braun comes out and said, "You better throw in that towel because I'm going to destroy him," blah, 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 blah. Sami Zayn comes crawling out there, or maybe he was already out there, but Sami Zayn grabs the towel, throws it to the fans. He lures Braun Strowman to run at him. Sami Zayn moves. Braun hits a corner turnbuckle post on the outside. So it's at this point, Sami Zayn is the matador, just like the Los Matadores from old. He's trying to lure this bull over. So Braun Strowman runs to the barricade where the timekeeper is. Sami Zayn moves. Braun goes straight through the barricade. He stumbles in the ring to a corner, and all of a sudden the time is ticking down. 7, 6, 5, 4. Boom! Sami Zayn hits him with the haluva kick. 3, 2, 1. Sami Zayn survives the match. Now, during the match, he got his ass beaten. But hey, you know, that's how it goes. I mean, he took the match. He knew what he was getting into. And I'm hoping this goes to something more. I want to keep the program with Braun and Sami going a little bit longer. But eventually, the reason they put underdog from the underground on his shirt is that's what this man does. So I believe he will pin Braun Strowman eventually for the 1, 2, 3. And then hopefully after this year's WrestleMania and Seth Rollins comes back and, you know, goes through Kevin Owens, does what he needs to do, maybe fight Jericho again, go through Kevin Owens, get all that crap done. Doesn't even have to be a title shot. I mean, it could. I mean, he could go no title shot against Kevin Owens if they want Roman to truly try to win that Universal title. But the road to WrestleMania ends for Seth Rollins when he's standing above Triple H in the ring after he's pedigreed him with the 1, 2, 3. So we definitely want to see that. So for Zayn, Sami's going to have to wait probably a lot longer before he gets a taste at that Universal title. This match right here, I'm giving 3.5 stars. I love Sami Zayn. I really like the power of Strowman. But it was a 10-minute match. And it wasn't a lot of time on the card. But that's all right. Because we have another match on the way. We have Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho. This match was back and forth all the way. Excellent match from both competitors. I don't want to go in too long about this whole match. But Jericho, and here's the thing about Jericho, and you know, some people hate Jericho, but he does what he does, and he does it like no other person can in the WWE at this point in time. He is the #1 heel in the company. on both shows, whether you like it or not. He's the number one heel. And what this proves, I mean, this man has fought, I think, wrestled over 25 years or something like that. So here's the thing about wrestlers. The longer they're in the business, you know, their physical form will deteriorate to an extent, but their mind for that business keeps getting better and better and better, and it improves every day. And with that mind, you know, they keep a lot of these old guys around because these old guys can teach the young guys the new ways. And Comically Flawed says, maybe when Rollins beats Triple H for that ugly-ass looking belt, we can be done with Hunter in the ring. And I sure hope so. I mean, because when you bring back people like Hunter and The Rock at WrestleMania, when you bring those people back, it takes away from those people that have been working their ass off for 300 days a damn year. They travel the world, you know, they do the TV shows, but they do a lot of live shows, WWE live shows that are non-televised. They do these shows, and they need to be a part of the WrestleMania. Now, whether it's throw them in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, whatever, but let them be a part of that show. I mean, get rid of Rock. You know, I'm glad he's done a lot of good shit for the business. John Cena can still out-wrestle like a shit ton of them on there, but let him have a back seat as well. Let him give some more love to these younger guys. I mean, it is what it is. But Jericho and Rollins, phenomenal match together. And in the end, even with Kevin Owens trying to help Jericho, Rollins gets a pedigree and wins the match. I'm going to give that match 4 stars because it was great wrestling by both competitors. Long matches, and Jericho can still go and do the long match. So very good. My hat's off to both of those guys. Fourth match is a three-way match. Rich Swann defending the Cruiserweight Championship against former champions Brian Kendrick and T.J. Perkins in a triple threat match. And honestly, I was kind of falling asleep during this match. I like the end of the match. I'm just not, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say Rich Swann kept the title, but honestly, I was getting kind of tired during this match. I don't know, man. I just couldn't stay awake. Been a long day. And it is what it was. Rich Swann ended up winning, but to congratulate Rich Swann was a guy that used to wrestle with him back in the day named Neville. Neville came out, and it looked like Neville was going to offer a handshake. But in the back of my mind, like many, I think Neville was going to go out there and challenge for that title. But Neville ends up beating the crap out of Swann and T.J. Perkins to, I guess, align himself as a heel on WWE Live 205 or whatnot. And Matt Murdock says they need to move the Cruiserweights to SmackDown because it's not working right now. And honestly, they really do. And if they did move it to SmackDown, maybe they can possibly even have Daniel Bryan be a commentator on that show. I think they should have done that. It's stupid that they didn't. It would have been good if they did. And another thing is, honestly, I don't know how that show was ran, but I'm wondering, do they film that show on Tuesday night anyways? I am not really sure. What I'm going to do, I need to start looking at the crowd of that show and see if it matches up with the Raw crowd or the SmackDown crowd. I need to kind of look at that and see what night they actually film that thing on. And do they film it before the show or after the show? Like, is it really live or is it pre-recorded? And Comically Flawed, thank you for joining us tonight. I know you got to get to work for tomorrow, but you'll always be remembered in the history of the Roadblock PPV because you'll always be a part of this show. End of the line, baby. And Matt Murdock says the Paul Heyman era of SmackDown was the best, and they had some awesome cruiserweights. Oh, yes, they did. As Kurt Angle would say, it's true, it's true. LP, if you're still in the chat room, give me a hell yeah. What did you think about the matches tonight? Because this next match I'm going to talk about is your girl, the boss, Sasha Banks, man. First thing Charlotte does, she woo Sasha. This match was back and forth. I'm going to kind of go through this match quick as well. They basically, Sasha looked like she had it in the bag. She was winning 2-1. She had a bank statement on Charlotte, and Charlotte turned it into... No, that was near the end, I guess. Well, anyways, Charlotte got the figure 8 on Sasha and tied it. So they had to go into overtime. And, man, these girls were wrestling a long-ass time. So it was really good seeing these women do what some of the men do. I just saw Wonky Ninjas Combat, one of the best. One co-host from Rebel Comics Presents 9.8. Give it up for the man, the myth, the legend. Give it up for the wonky one, Wonky Ninja. He says, great legend always makes me want to punch someone in the face. And, you know, there was some good action between Charlotte and Sasha tonight. Man, they were beating the hell out of each other. I mean, Sasha took this one bump. Well, Sasha can take some bumps and make them just look painful. You know, they probably were painful. But Charlotte actually tripped her up, and she fell off the ring apron and went freaking face first. Well, of course, you smack the steel steps with your hands to give that loud effect. And you got to put your hands in front of your face, otherwise you're going to lose a tooth. I'll tell you what. So, man, but you know those big-ass high spots, after they're done, they do allow the superstars to rest a little, you know, get some rest time. Because, shit, I mean, 30-minute match plus overtime. It was going long. It was going strong. But another part that was interesting in overtime, and I missed this, and I didn't go back and rewind it, but Sasha got busted open, and I don't know if it was a bloody nose or... It had to be a bloody nose because, man, blood was just all over her face. She was looking scary. You know, Sasha's usually sexy, but Sasha was looking scary because she got busted open and there was blood on her face. I was like, damn you, Charlotte. Making my girl look beat up and stuff. But Sasha got Charlotte in a bank statement. But as we've seen before, Charlotte has been able to counter that with a figure 4 leg lock that would eventually lead into Charlotte's patented figure 8, because the figure 8 is twice as good as her daddy's. So that's what I'm talking about. Oh, Sasha. And that's the thing, man. This is like Charlotte has won 15 or 16 pay-per-views in a row now. She's like 16 and or 15. I think she's 15 or 14-0 or something. So that's her niche, I guess. And what they're going to be doing now, that's going to be the last time Charlotte faces Sasha for a long-ass time. So now we're going to get some new people on Raw go up against Charlotte. So maybe we'll see Bayley go to... Not Bayley, but maybe we'll see Sasha do some more live events. You know, maybe she'll go do live events. And maybe they'll do a TV programming with Nia Jax or Bayley, you know, try to get them some love for that title. But I don't see Charlotte losing that title anytime soon. As far as looking ahead, the road to WrestleMania, what's going to happen? I don't have a clue. I think I would love to see Bayley win that title at WrestleMania. Like if somehow they can extend a program long enough where... you know, maybe Bayley somehow comes out on top and wins that title at WrestleMania. But I would also love to see Charlotte win that title at WrestleMania as well. It's just, I know what they're trying to do. They want to get Charlotte a lot of pay-per-view wins, blah, 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 blah. Been there, seen it, done that, whatever. All right, so 6th match and final match of the night, and was... another Canadian. What's up with these Canadians tonight, LP? Where's my man LP in the chat? So, tonight, Kevin Owens defending the Universal Championship against the big dog, Roman Reigns. You know, a lot of people don't like Roman. I understand, there's a lot of animosity toward the guy. They want a couple years back, they wanted Daniel Bryan to come back and win that Battle Royal, and Daniel didn't win the Battle Royal. They put it on Roman. Rock comes to the ring. Not even The Rock can sway the fans. They just don't take no kind to Roman. I mean, and that's the thing. Vince and them still, I think they know now, but you can't make the fans like someone that they don't want to like. You know what I mean? It don't work out. Now you make the guy a heel, and then the fans have reason to boo the shit out of the guy. And no disrespect toward Roman. I mean, Roman is all right, man. He's good on the mic. He's not like the best on the mic. He's great in-ring competitor. A lot of people say he can't wrestle, but I mean, he can wrestle. I mean, he can do headlocks and takedowns, snapmares, suplexes. He can do all that crap, but he's a powerhouse guy. So what I love about Owens starts the match. Both guys are in the ring. Owens rolls out of the ring, kind of biding his time. Gets back in the ring. Roman gets close. Owens rolls out of the ring again. Classic KO right there. Running away, trying to bait Roman, getting Roman angry, kind of like Dennis Rodman got Karl Malone angry in the 1990, was it 6 NBA Finals? Or was it 98? I don't remember. Anyways. So, match was back and forth. KO looked really damn good. He did his running senton on Roman a couple of times. He did his sweet front flip leg drop, which is actually a Harlem hangover, just a standing Harlem hangover. Represent my boy Booker T from Houston, Texas, actually. But that's what the move pretty much is. It's a modified style of that Harlem hangover where he does it from the ring apron. And let me tell you, man, for a big guy, Kevin Owens has some pretty damn good moves. He even tried the classic Jeff Hardy Swanton bomb off the top rope, and Roman lifted his legs up. And for a big guy like KO to come down on some knees, man, that stuff must have hurt. Had awesome. He had a frog splash from the barricade to the German announce table. Didn't break the first time, so Owens is like, we gonna break this bitch. So Owens got back up there. Another frog splash broke the table. And dude, Roman was getting rocked. I mean, they had a great battle together, man. Both guys beating the hell out of each other. And then what happened near the end, KO still giving a lot of pain. Hell, even KO took Roman to Suplex City once with a German suplex. And then after that suplex, Roman went down in the corner. KO did the cannonball on him. And then Roman gets up. Pop-up power bomb by KO. Roman kicks out again. Nothing is keeping the big dog down, man. He keeps getting up. Like he does, man. Roman just keeps coming back for more. Hell, he'll even smile at all the pain. We saw that when he faced Lesnar last WrestleMania 31. So what happened? Owens has had it. He goes, gets his Universal title. He's fixing to just leave. He'll get counted out. He'll keep the belt. He's pissed off. But as he comes to the ring, Roman spears KO. KO goes down. Roman can't make the pin. And then all of a sudden, stupid idiot. Stupid idiot. Jericho comes out, right? And Jericho looks at Roman. He looks at KO. He looks at Roman. He looks at KO. KO gets up. KO gets the code breaker on him. KO is down. The fans are losing their shit. Is Jericho turning into a face tonight to help Roman? Or turning into a heel to help Roman? Because really, who likes Roman? Anyway, so then all of a sudden, Kevin Owens wins via disqualification because Jericho helped Roman. Or that's what it looked like on the camera. But what's this? What? Jericho's going over to KO, smiling at him. Hands KO the Universal title. They make up in the ring. Was this all just a game? Or could it have been an alternate reality? Who really knows? But the fact of the matter is, Jericho was back together and Roman was without a title. Roman is furious. Seth Rollins comes down the ramp when Jericho are going up the ramp. He's in hot pursuit of Jericho. Roman catches Jericho at the pass. Shield reunion. Powerbomb on the Spanish announce table. You gotta love when the Shields do their little reunion tours. Love it. So Roman and Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins, laid KO out. So then they catch up to, well, they laid Jericho out. They catch up to Kevin Owens, though, laid him out, ran off Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and old Corey Graves, ran them out and delivered the Shield reunion tour on that announce table. And boy, Owens took it great, man. He got smashed in that table, and then he rolled off an upper platform. So that looked really cool. It was like an old Western movie where you shoot a guy on the roof and they roll off the roof and have that epic rolling off the roof slow-mo just fall. Oh, man, that's what happened to Kevin Owens. It was pretty sweet. And then they ended it with a little fist bump, Shield reunion style. Now, the Roadblock into the line, last pay-per-view of 2016, that match, they went out with a stinker because the match between both of those guys was great. It could have went either way, but of course they're not going to let Roman have the belt at this time. They're going to prolong the whole Seth Rollins storyline to go through all these guys to get to Triple H and get redemption for himself. And Roman's had that belt before. Roman is the current U.S. champion, so hopefully, he might, try to mess with KO again down the line, But what we're looking for in January is the Royal Rumble, so there's a lot bigger things to worry about. And here's the thing. Who's going to be KO's opponent at Royal Rumble? Now, we know Roman has like 12 or something, the most people that's ever been thrown out in a Rumble. It would be stupid not to have Roman in the actual Rumble match, 30-man Rumble match. But will he want a rematch for that Universal title? I mean, because KO's got to put that title up against somebody, you would figure, just like AJ's got to put up his title as well. So I don't know. I really don't know. That match, though, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4. It's not a 5 because it ended with a botched finish. Stupid finish, DQ finish. But the match itself was very entertaining. Both guys put on a damn good show. You had the Jericho and the Rollins after effects happen. The DC afterbirth, if you will. They had the afterbirth. You had the Shield reunion tours, which are always great to see. And the fans are really behind Seth Rollins. And, what was great to hear tonight, we got to hear the Let's Go Roman, Roman sucks. Let's go Roman, Roman sucks. So that's what they need to go for if they want to make Roman the next John Cena. That's the kind of stuff they need to go for. Have 50% of the people like him, a.k.a. try to get the kids behind him. And, the adults are just not going to give a shit anyway. But you try to get the kids behind Roman, and that's what you do right there. I mean, that way he can take the reins, no pun intended, if you will. He can take that from John Cena when John Cena is ready to move on and do some other stuff in the entertainment business. So, yeah, 4 stars for that match. So I enjoyed Roadblock. It wasn't the best pay-per-view I've ever seen, but for being one of the just Raw-only pay-per-views, it was pretty good. I'll give it a 3-star overall. A good 3 stars. It was pretty good. It wasn't a great 4-star, and it wasn't like a legendary 5-star or anything like that, but it was definitely 3-star. So I'm going to go back over into the chat room. I'm going to give some last-minute shout-outs to everyone that was a part of the show tonight. We're going to give some big shout-outs to Matt Murdock, Comically Flawed, Rebel Comics and Gaming, OLP stopped by. Count Von Strange the Fourth. Oh, man, I did not see your name in there. He's a huge wrestling fan. Count. Sub up Count Von Strange the Fourth. He'll take you down with Count's Crypt of Horror, where he goes over some scary horror stuff. He loves old school horror too, like the Universal Classic Monsters, which I have the DVDs of those, and I'm pissed off they never released a Revenge of the Creature or Return of the Creature, like double movie on one DVD. They did that with the Mummy movies. They did that with Son of Dracula, Dracula's Daughter. They had like 2 of the Mummy movies, the other 2 of the Mummies movies. They had these double features. They also had, I think, Werewolf of London and another movie on that disc. These are older DVDs though, and they never released the Revenge of the Creature and the other Creature movie. The Creature Walks Among Us, I think, was the name of it. But they released those later in a different style DVD format, where I had to pretty much buy like this big ass set and stuff, and I never did get on that train again. But hopefully they'll release those, and you never know, I may upgrade my DVD copies to Blu-ray copies. I don't think that really matters though with old horror movies. You take a movie from 1930s, 40s. How much high def can you really convert that over? You know what I mean? So we'll see, maybe in the future, but definitely check out Count Von Strange. Huge guy in the comic book pop culture community, sitting at about 138 subs. Give him some love, sub him up. Nathan Banks, thank you so much, sir, for stopping by, even if it was for a little bit of time. You know I got to give you some shout outs. You got some great shows. You talk wrestling, you talk soap operas. It's all good in the neighborhood. My brother from Legends Live Auction, Russ, Who Dat Comics, Collectibles, and Gaming. Always a pleasure to have him stop by. You need to get Russ. You need to get that WWE 2K17 so we can get some gaming, or try to get that Injustice, that first Injustice Gods Among Us video game. Get the Xbox 360 version, but we can play it on Xbox One. You can download it. It's only $20. You can be your favorite character, whoever that is in DC, and Shazam can beat you. That's right, Russ. I called you out. Billy Batson's looking for blood, playa. Wonky Ninja, co-host of Rebel Comics Presents 9.8, and also just an awesome guy who I hang out with on the off-airs and Tuesday nights, and I come on the Rebel Comics and Gaming show on Mondays. And my brother, and only brother I know, from New Zealand, the uncanny one, Kyle Waka. And hey, right back to you, Kyle. He's another great guy. I hang out in the off-air hangouts, talk X-Men, play funny sound clips. No, I don't have them queued up tonight, Kyle, but you never know, man. And Kyle just said he did his Santa Who video, and that's the next video I'm going to make here shortly. I am going to make a Santa Who reminder video because we're about 7 days away. We're going to be about exactly, I think, 7 days away in about 10 minutes. It'll be 7 days away. It's amazing, man. It's like, yeah. It'll be the end of Christmas in like 7 days. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. 10 minutes away for our time. Anyway, I don't know if we're going to be going Pacific time, because a lot of the Blasted members are in all the different time zones. So we'll have to check on that, see how that goes. But Uncanny Kyle Walker, thank you so much. He just entered the Santa Who video. And if you didn't know, Blaster to Stash It, one of the awesome, best comic book discussion channels around. We're having the Santa Who contest where we're doing some, a big giveaway where each member of the core members of Blaster Stash It are going to make little band box type things and give them to one lucky winner. So 5 boxes, 5 gifts for one person. It's going to be a lot of fun, really cool, and it's really going to make someone's 2017, because most likely they'll get it. I guess I need to find out where I need to ship my gifts to, but that's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll be talking about that here shortly. A little reminder, I don't know if I have any comic books or anything to show, or anything like that, but we're going to be doing a little reminder video on that. Let people know that Christmas time is coming up quick, and so is the expiration date for the Santa Who contest. So, anyways, again, everyone, thank you so much for watching the Great Legend Show's WWE PPV review of Roadblock. End of the line. I tell you, man, like I said, give it a good 3 stars overall as far as the pay-per-view goes. It was pretty good. So, fans, thanks again. We'll look forward to you soon. If you want to stick around, we will be live here shortly around midnight, Great Legend time, to talk about the Santa Who contest. And you never know, I may put in a video game and maybe do some fun stuff with OBS. I've been watching another guy I really like watching, Maverick Freelance. He's been giving me some OBS ideas. So I might play a video game. You never know. I might play a superhero game like Injustice, or I might just like play a Lego game. Wow, that would be really cool, right? Fucking playing some Legos, huh? I hope I don't get like banned because it has music on it. Sometimes you can't play like music and stuff, so I'd have to turn the music off. So that'd be pretty stupid. Or I could just play with the volume down. Who cares? Yeah, oh man, I tell you, what a long weekend. Hey, Russ. Good night to you, my brother. I told him I'm going to do a video right after this one, a Santa Who video, so we'll do that shortly. So, fans, again, this is the Great Legend. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Saying peace out. God bless. Who video, so good night to you, my brother. I told him I'm going to do a video right after this one, a Santa Who video, so we'll do that shortly. So, fans, again, this is the Great Legend. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Saying peace out. God bless. Who video, so good night to you, my brother. I told him I'm going to do a video right after this one, a Santa Who video, so we'll do that shortly. So, fans, again, night, saying peace out. God bless.